Traditional healer Musa Kayaranga of Rwanda has a lot of information to share about herbal remedies. Thanks to the computer and the internet, he's able to do so. He learned how to use the computer at a rural telecenter. Now the 62-year-old healer exchanges email with other herbal doctors elsewhere in Africa and even Canada.
I have been exchanging experience with them and they now know me. Another important aspect of this visit to the internet is that I have improved my knowledge on herbs and trees that I've been using to treat people.
Musa Kayaranga's ability to communicate from such a remote region shows how technology is changing life in developing countries.
Technological progress is ultimately probably the most important driver of incomes, of growth in developing countries.
Andrew Burns is the lead economist at the World Bank and co-author of a recent report on technology in developing nations. Among the findings, technology has spread faster in emerging economies than in rich nations. Between 1990 and 2004, incomes rose and the number of people living in poverty declined because of technological advances.
When we take a look at who are the good performers in terms of income growth, in terms of improving living standards, those are the countries that have the highest rate of technological progress. So for example, in East Asia and Pacific, we see something in the range of 4 or 5% per annum improvements in productivity.
Call centers like this one in Karachi, Pakistan, contribute to a country's economic growth and are possible because of advances in computer and communication technologies. They provide well-paid jobs and new skills to workers who might not have had good opportunities.
This is Paul with the AT&T. It's a GS Food Mart.
Hassan Saeed is one of them.
It improves my language skills, it improves my sales skill, it improves my confidence and all that. And it gives you experience how to work, how to deal with people.
But the cell phone has transformed lives and businesses more than anything else. 80% of the Earth's population now lives within range of a cell phone network. Cell phones are having all kinds of impacts, says Arthur Molela, director of the Lemelson Center for the Study of Invention and Innovation in Washington.
They have a definite democratizing effect in traditional countries or countries with fairly rigid hierarchies. And it's clearly a way to get around a lot of restrictions.
So political repression in closed countries like Burma last year can no longer occur without the world knowing about it almost immediately via cell phone and the internet. But new technologies may not necessarily bring Western-style progress.
They're changing these cultures the way they're changing the West. That's very clear. But they're being adapted in different ways in these countries. They don't always have to serve the purposes of progress, let's say, in the American sense.
But fewer lives are mired in poverty, and more are benefiting from the opportunities made possible by the spread of technology. Bill Rodgers, VOA News.